Imagine opening a menu, expecting beef, chicken, or pork. Instead, you read bison, crocodile, ostrich, camel, and kangaroo. At first, it sounds like a survival challenge, but for millions of people around the world, it's simply dinner. Some of these animals helped build civilizations, others nearly disappeared forever, and one belongs to a lineage that has survived for more than 200 million years. The biggest surprise? Most of these meats don't taste nearly as unusual as they sound. So why do some cultures consider them completely normal, while others would never take a single bite? Because food has never been just about flavor. It's history. It's survival. And today, we're traveling across 4 continents to uncover the extraordinary stories behind 8 of the world's most fascinating meats. What we call normal food depends almost entirely on where we grow up. Most people spend their lives eating the same few meats: beef, chicken, pork, maybe lamb. Everything else feels unusual, but travel somewhere else, and those rules quickly disappear. In Australia, kangaroo is sold in supermarkets. Across Asia, water buffalo has helped feed communities for thousands of years. In parts of the Middle East, camel is served at weddings and family celebrations. And in North America, bison has returned from the edge of extinction to restaurant menus. This isn't a list of strange foods. It's the story of how geography, culture, and survival shaped what people eat. And there's no better place to begin than with the giant that once ruled the Great Plains. When 300 years ago, North America's Great Plains looked completely different. Instead of highways and fences, there were bison. Historians estimate that between 30 and 60 million American bison once roamed the continent, forming one of the largest wildlife populations in history. Early explorers described herds so vast they stretched from horizon to horizon. For many indigenous nations of the Great Plains, the bison wasn't simply food, it was life. The meat fed entire communities and could be preserved as pemmican for long journeys and harsh winters. Hides became clothing and the coverings of teepees. Bones, horns, and sinew were turned into everyday tools. Almost nothing was wasted. Then, during the 19th century, commercial hunting and habitat loss devastated the population. By the late 1800s, fewer than 1,000 bison remained. One of North America's greatest wildlife icons had nearly disappeared. Fortunately, conservation programs, national parks, indigenous stewardship, and private ranches helped bring the species back. Today, hundreds of thousands roam North America again. And on the plate, bison tastes surprisingly familiar. Leaner and slightly sweeter than beef, with a rich flavor all its own. Sometimes, history's greatest comeback isn't human. It's wild. Water buffalo. If the bison helped shape North America's grasslands, the water buffalo helped build much of Asia. For more than 5,000 years, these powerful animals have worked beside farmers in flooded rice fields, where early machines simply couldn't operate. Their strength transformed wetlands into fertile farmland, helping grow one of the world's most important foods, rice. Outside Asia, however, the water buffalo is famous for something completely different: mozzarella. Authentic mozzarella di bufala is traditionally made from water buffalo milk, giving the cheese its rich, creamy texture and distinctive flavor. The meat, however, remains one of the world's hidden gems. It resembles beef but is generally darker, leaner, and slightly richer in flavor. Across Asia, it's used in slow-cooked curries, hearty stews, and grilled dishes that highlight its natural tenderness. For millions of families, the water buffalo is far more than livestock. It helps grow food, produces milk, provides meat, and continues to support rural communities across an entire continent. Kangaroo. Few animals represent a country as completely as the kangaroo represents Australia. It's on the national coat of arms, appears on coins, and has become one of the country's most recognizable symbols, which makes one fact especially surprising. Across Australia, it's also on the menu. Commercial kangaroo meat comes from carefully managed wild populations, making it very different from traditional livestock like cattle or sheep. The meat itself surprises almost everyone. It's deep red, naturally lean, and often compared to a cross between beef and venison. That lean texture comes with one important rule: don't overcook it. Served medium rare, it's tender, juicy, and full of flavor. For many Australians, kangaroo isn't unusual. It's simply another local ingredient, a perfect reminder that what's considered normal depends almost entirely on where you call home. But if kangaroo already challenged your expectations, the next animal belongs to a family older than the dinosaurs themselves. Crocodile. For more than 200 million years, crocodilian relatives have survived on Earth. They outlived the dinosaurs. They survived mass extinctions, and today they're also on the menu. Crocodile meat has been part of local cuisine for generations in Australia, Thailand, South Africa, Zimbabwe, and parts of the United States. Today, most crocodile meat comes from licensed farms operating under regulated management systems. But history isn't the biggest surprise. The flavor is. Most people expect something tough and intensely gamey. Instead, crocodile is surprisingly mild. Many compare it to chicken, while others notice similarities to firm white fish. Some chefs even describe subtle hints of crab or pork, depending on the cut. The most prized meat comes from the tail. Its powerful muscles create firm yet tender fillets that are ideal for grilling, while other cuts are often used in curries and stir-fries. One of Earth's oldest predators has become one of its most unexpected meals. Sometimes curiosity starts with a single bite. Ostrich. At first glance, an ostrich steak looks almost identical to beef, which seems impossible because ostriches aren't mammals, they're birds. The answer lies inside their muscles. Unlike chickens or turkeys, ostriches spend most of their lives running. Their powerful leg muscles contain large amounts of myoglobin, the oxygen-storing protein that gives the meat its deep red color. It makes perfect sense when you see them sprint. Ostriches can reach speeds of up to 70 kilometers, or about 43 miles, per hour, making them the fastest birds on Earth. The flavor is just as unexpected. Most people compare it to lean beef with a subtle natural sweetness rather than poultry. Its history is surprising too. During the late 19th century, ostriches were farmed mainly for their feathers before their leather and meat became valuable products as well. Nature doesn't always fit the categories we create. And ostrich proves it. Camel. For thousands of years, crossing the world's greatest deserts depended on one remarkable animal, the camel. Long before modern transport, camel caravans carried valuable goods across North Africa, the Arabian Peninsula, and Central Asia. Entire trade routes depended on animals that could survive scorching heat, travel long distances, and carry heavy loads. But camels offered far more than transportation. They provided milk, transport, and food, becoming an essential part of daily life across some of the world's harshest environments. Today, camel meat is enjoyed across parts of the Middle East, North Africa, and Central Asia in kebabs, grilled dishes, and slow-cooked stews. Young camel is often compared to lean beef with a slightly sweeter flavor. But the camel's greatest legacy wasn't the meat. It carried goods, ideas, and traditions across continents. Sometimes history moves forward on four legs. Antelope. Long before people raised cattle or sheep, they hunted antelope. Across Africa's grasslands, these fast, agile animals became one of humanity's earliest and most reliable food sources. Archaeological discoveries show that antelope and other wild game were hunted hundreds of thousands of years before farming transformed human civilization. That connection still exists today. Species such as springbok, impala, and kudu remain part of local cuisine in parts of southern and eastern Africa. Through carefully regulated wildlife management and game ranching, the meat is naturally lean, tender, and often compared to venison, though many describe it as milder in flavor. But antelope represents something far older than any recipe. Before farms, before cities, before written history, survival depended on understanding nature. In many ways, the story of antelope is the beginning of our own. Zebra. Few animals are more recognizable than the zebra. Its black and white stripes have become one of Africa's most iconic images, making it difficult for many people to imagine it as food. But culture changes perspective. In parts of southern Africa, zebra meat has been eaten for generations and is legally available through licensed game ranches, regulated hunting, and wildlife management programs. Unlike horses, zebras were never successfully domesticated. Their strong survival instincts and unpredictable behavior made them unsuitable as livestock. That wild lifestyle shapes the meat. It's naturally lean, slightly sweet, and often compared to a blend of beef and venison. But perhaps zebra leaves us with a bigger question. Why does one animal become a symbol, while another becomes dinner? The answer isn't biology, it's history, it's culture, and it's the traditions we're born into. When we started this journey, these meats probably seemed unusual, maybe even impossible to imagine on a dinner plate. But after traveling across 4 continents, one thing becomes clear. Every meal tells a story. The bison reminds us that conservation can bring a species back from the edge of extinction. The water buffalo helped build civilizations by feeding both people and agriculture. Kangaroo shows that a national symbol can also become everyday food. Crocodile proves that first impressions are often wrong. Ostrich reminds us that nature rarely follows our expectations. Camel connected distant civilizations. And antelope and zebra show that what we eat has always been shaped by geography, history, and culture. Food isn't just something we consume. It's a record of where we've been and who we are. So here's one final question. Which of these special meats would you actually try first, and which one would you never eat?